The crisis in Tigray has forced over 1 million people from their homes, leaving them living in limbo, desperate for a chance to rebuild their lives. The scars of conflict run deep, but amidst the ruins, there is hope. Hope for a safe and dignified return. But this hope hinges on a fragile peace, a peace that demands immediate action. The international community must act with urgency and resolve to create the conditions for a return that is not just possible, but truly sustainable. A return that paves the way for lasting peace in Tigray. The situation is dire. These are not just numbers on a page, they are mothers, fathers, children, living in crowded camps facing hunger, disease, and uncertainty. Their plight is a stain on our collective conscience. The path forward is clear. We need a coordinated, strategic response that addresses the root causes of displacement and ensures that the return of IDPs is voluntary, safe, and sustainable. The time for empty promises is over. The world is watching and we must act now. The first and most crucial step is establishing a secure environment. This means the complete withdrawal of all occupying forces from the homes and lands of displaced people, as agreed upon in the Pretoria Agreement. We need more than just the absence of war, we need a guarantee of safety. Security forces must protect returnees from violence, intimidation, and harassment. Only then can they begin to rebuild their lives without fear. Returning home means more than just having a roof over your head. It means reclaiming your life, your dignity, your rights. We must have a clear and unwavering commitment to restoring the legal rights of IDPs. This includes their fundamental right to property. Homes and lands seized during the conflict must be returned to their rightful owners. Any illegal settlements, any attempt to rewrite history through force, must be dismantled. Justice delayed is justice denied. This is not just about rebuilding Tigray, it's about rebuilding lives, and that means listening to the voices of those most affected, the displaced communities themselves. Their input must be central to every stage of the return process. From planning to implementation, it is their needs, their concerns, their hopes that must guide our efforts. Only through genuine partnership can we ensure that the return process is truly community-driven and respects the dignity of all. Chapter 4. Rebuilding Lives, Humanitarian Assistance as a Lifeline. The journey back home is just the beginning. Returning to communities shattered by conflict, families will need more than just shelter. They need a lifeline. Humanitarian assistance must be readily available, from food and healthcare to psychological support. We must ensure that every returnee has access to the essential services they need to heal, to rebuild, to thrive. Chapter 5. From Ruins to Resilience, Reconstruction and Rehabilitation. True recovery goes beyond addressing immediate needs. It requires long-term investment in the future, in the very fabric of these communities. Schools, hospitals, infrastructure. These are the building blocks of a stable and prosperous society. We must invest in reconstruction and rehabilitation, not just to repair the damage of the past, but to create a foundation for a brighter future. Promises mean nothing without accountability. To ensure that commitments made are commitments kept, we need robust and independent monitoring mechanisms. Every violation of the return agreements, every act of violence, every instance of intimidation must be investigated and met with consequences. This is not about retribution, it is about building trust, about demonstrating that justice will be served, and that the cycle of violence will not be allowed to repeat itself. Our goal is not simply to return IDPs to their homes, but to empower them to rebuild their lives. This requires a long-term vision, one that goes beyond immediate needs and focuses on creating opportunities for sustainable development. We need economic programs to stimulate growth, initiatives that foster social cohesion and reconciliation, and investments in education and healthcare that will benefit generations to come. This is about creating a future where displacement is not a legacy, but a distant memory. The people of Tigray have shown incredible resilience, but they cannot rebuild alone. This is a global crisis demanding a global response. The international community must step forward with financial and technical assistance, ensuring that the return process is fully funded and supported. We need international observers to guarantee the integrity of the process, to bear witness, and to hold all parties accountable to their commitments. The world is watching, and we must not fail the people of Tigray. The road to recovery will be long and arduous, but it is a journey we must take together. The return of IDPs is not just a logistical challenge, it is a test of our shared humanity. It demands a comprehensive approach that prioritizes safety, upholds rights, and empowers communities. To the policymakers, to the international community, to people of conscience everywhere, let us act decisively to fulfill these conditions. Let us ensure that the return of Tigray's displaced is not just a temporary fix, but a lasting solution, a return to dignity, to stability, to hope. The people of Tigray deserve a future free from fear, a future where they can finally return home and begin to heal the wounds of war. Let us work together to make that future a reality.